Welcome, Collective Timeless Energy. I'm Barbara. This is a general timeless reading. This is entertainment purpose only. Okay? If it does not resonate, do not hold on to it. Leave it for somebody else. Alright, watch out for scammers. My disclaimer right here. I barely have the time to put this video together, and I don't do it often enough. I'm definitely not reaching out, and I'm not having anybody reach out for me. Okay. I do thank you, however, for the liking and the subscribing. Okay? This definitely helps out my channel. My channel is new. My channel is small. Okay, so if you like the content of this video, there are other videos that you can also enjoy. If you like the content of this video, you can share this video with your friends. Pass it on. You can like it. And if you haven't already become a subscriber, please, by all means, consider becoming a subscriber. Normally, I break this long video down into edits and I try to put those out and circulate. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if YouTube doesn't like me because it doesn't seem to circulate very far. But I am genuinely very, very grateful for the support of my current subscriber base. Now, there is 2 links in the description box for donations if anybody wants to look into that. Okay. Now, anybody who has seen me before. Okay, where is it? There it is. Let this. Okay, I got the Wild Unknown Tarot. 3 cards off the Wild Unknown Tarot. I clarify with 3 cards off the Learning Tarot Cards deck, which actually comes in handy. And then I pull from the Citadel, which I actually love this one. Seriously. I will be doing Runes Oracle. This was my first Oracle, and I actually probably should pull some different oracles down, but you know what? I'm comfortable with the way things are working out, and I'm not going to make any changes right at the moment. Okay, here we go. Wild Unknown Tarot. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Archangel Michael, please guide and support, protect, and assist us with today's timeless energy message. Archangel Michael, protect us, guide us. The message for today. Archangel Michael, let's protect us and guide us. The message for today. We're starting off with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. We have 2 more cards to pull. Pentacles in reverse. Guide us. Guide us. What message for timeless energy today? Guide us. Guide us. Message for today. Timeless energy. Guide us. Guide us. Huh? We have the Father of Wands. Okay. 1 more card for today's timeless energy message. Oops. 1 more card for today's timeless energy message. Spirit guide us. 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 And I have the Ace of Wands. Unless the Ace of Wands, the corner is missing. You know what? I had to start being really, really careful. Because one of the cats likes to chew on my cards. So we'll just put this in a safe spot right now. There we go. Okay. And starting with the Three of Pentacles. Capricorn and Jupiter. The chakra on this card is the third eye. Okay. So I also have third eye chakra on the second card. So you got two cards next to each other that are both intuitive energies. Sometimes the card itself has the energy of intuitive, but with the chakra, when I add that to like increase or enhance the clarification of the energy, because I prefer focusing on the energy. I might have two people, or I look like an individual in the center that's separate. So let's take a look at the Three of Pentacles. Now this is in reverse. And I like to kind of give you a general idea of what the card is in the upright. It helps you understand a little better when you run into definitions of the reverse position. And the Three of Pentacles, of course, Pentacles are what? Money? Okay, financial. But this is a physical environment. So this is financial, and it has to do with an environment that is physical. Okay? Labor or work for money. See what I mean? Okay. This speaks of teamwork. Working with others. Okay? Maybe being a team player, working in a group for a common goal. Sometimes, well, you know what? Teamwork has a lot to do with relationships. Your future spouse, your current spouse, your third grade boyfriend, your peer pressure. That's a team, right? Okay, well, you know what? Peer pressure, I don't agree with that. But you know what? It is a fact. As far as employment, many people work from home these days because of COVID. Okay. This could be the energy of the Three of Pentacles. Would be web. A gopher. Somebody who runs things from one place to the next. Or if you're dealing with a business, bookkeepers are very strong with the Three of Pentacles. This promoter and the web type stuff, if you're looking at teamwork, it's kind of hard to be a designer, work for the web, be a promoter if you don't have some kind of solid teamwork going for you. And this is the energy of like in a situation. And like I said, if you're an artist, what you do, how well you do it, doesn't really matter so much. If you don't truly have the professional lighting, sound, set, design, something that's working behind the unseen. This is teamwork, okay? This is the Three of Pentacles, all right? Being supportive, being part of a teamwork, being part of putting something together, being part of reaching a goal, okay? Now, when we're looking at the reverse, I'd say there's some sloppy workmanship. Yes, that's the energy that I'm getting off of this. It's not necessarily that one team player can be blamed altogether for the failure of a group of people working together. It's not like one person could be blamed. But somewhere in here, there's sloppy workmanship. It could be the product that you're putting out. It's not appealing to the public. It's just not going over well. Okay? You can't help this. You've got the Capricorn energy and the Jupiter. The Jupiter is an expansive energy, and Capricorn has always been my favorite. It's like a goat climbing up a mountain. Okay, I live in a mountainous area. The goat, seriously, I have a heart condition. I do not know how any of these animals climb up some of these steep, mountainous terrains. But they do. And when you see a Capricorn, it's like a goat climbing up a steep mountainous terrain. This is a hard worker, that energy. Okay? So, this is some kind of sloppiness. It might be the product that you're dealing with. It is not the fault of the team, because most people in a team are basically following orders or guidance of some kind. And you've got the Jupiter energy of expanding everything. So whatever it is that has to do with the sloppy workmanship is basically bigger than life. Oh my God, it's like so hard to miss. How in the world, why in the world didn't anybody think about, will this even sell? We're putting all this effort, all this money, all these people working behind the scenes to put this thing together. And you know what? It becomes a waste of effort. This is the energy that I'm getting from this Three of Pentacles in reverse. That this is a waste of effort. There has been some sloppiness. Okay. The idea that you had for the product might have been a little commonplace. Okay. Now the Capricorn energy is usually sure-footed. Okay. Sensible. Okay, this is in reverse. Something was just not a good idea. Okay. Could be a commonplace idea, a product that is like all over the place, being sold by many other people. Maybe something very similar. Maybe a larger company that's got more to work with, and you are competing with an inferior product. Okay. There might be a little bit of disappointment in this energy. A little bit of disappointment. I'm quite sure that anybody that was involved with whatever was going on really had great hopes with the success. And that's why they all worked together to put this product out. But they don't seem to be getting exactly what they want, or there's something off. Now, see, the Father of Wands that's in the center. This immediately that I saw might be a person, an authoritative person. Okay? This would be an individual that can tap into new or more profitable trends. This is a trendsetter. Okay? It is an experienced person. It is somebody who is used to delegating responsibility. This could be the leader of your team. It is a challenging situation, all right? But with the Father of Wands energy, we're talking about somebody who is used to delegating responsibility. Maybe something, maybe in the line of harder to reach. It's not exactly like the team players can go and knock on the office door and approach him, address him with first name basis. That kind of energy. So this would be the leader, most definitely. Somebody who's delegating responsibility. In some cases, this energy is a person that has always been perceived as somebody that you could, if you're lost, completely out of your depth, that you could count on that person. This is why I saw a person. And I am seeing a person. I'm seeing somebody that's delegating responsibility. I'm seeing somebody who is delegating responsibility. We've got the third eye energy with this card, and it's Aries and the Sun. It has to do with your potential. to be honest. The way you express yourself, your identity, okay? With this energy, this is somebody who calls the shots. That's Aries right there. This is somebody who actually calls the shots. And this here is teamwork in reverse. This is sloppy work, or a product that doesn't quite stand up to marketing standards. It's sloppy work. And this is somebody who calls the shots. Probably the person put the idea out there, who's delegating the responsibility. This is what I'm seeing. Now you go to the Ace of Wands, which is our third card, and it is in reverse. Again, let me give you an idea of what the Ace of Wands is in the upright. New beginner. New beginnings. New beginnings. Oh yeah, new beginnings. Okay. Now, personal or professional. Okay. Enthusiasm, new beginnings, creative, the fire energy of both Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, all three, fire energy. This is a fire energy. It could be possible that the one who's calling the shots, that's put out the sloppy workmanship, is actually a fire sign. That is very, very possible. Was this Wands card is in reverse. And you know it's the crown chakra. Is it crown chakra? Crown chakra. We're talking the energy might be blocked. That's not the definition in the upright, by the way. Because I just did say that I do like to cover things. See, with the Ace of Wands, usually, if it's important, you want to invest in it. You're going to invest your time. That would be the upright. You would want to invest your time. You would want to invest your, effort, your energy. Take this product or take this idea and follow it right through. But with this fire energy here, we have sloppy workmanship or a bad product. Somebody in the middle who's calling the shots. And we're talking about a lack of motivation here. We're talking about a lack of motivation. Honestly. Okay. In reverse, we're talking about cancellation of your plans. We're talking about cancellation of plans. We're talking about, okay, this is the product. You've wasted talent. You've wasted talent. You've wasted time. You've wasted talent. You've wasted time. Wasting. You've got a sloppy product or sloppy workmanship. You've got somebody in here who's calling the shots that's usually, unreachable. And then you've got cancellation of plans. And a waste of talent. There. That's what it is. There's your message. Well, that's not your whole message. No. Let's clarify. I have to see where this is going to go. I have a general outline of, something simple. You know what? The way I do things, I know I'm not flashing cards like all the other girls are. And I'm not like this having like 50 different decks piled up all over the place. I've got a cat that likes to chew on cards. I don't know why. When I had like all these decks sitting out all over the place, like some of these girls do on the YouTube, the cat would jump up there. It would be a huge mess. I'd be spending my whole day just cleaning up every single time one of them jumped up on my table. No. Okay, let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. Let's clarify. It's been very quiet today. Spirit guide me. Oops. Not taking that one. Spirit guide me. Very quiet today. Very peaceful. What's the Three of Pentacles in reverse? Spirit guide me. Oop. That one I'm going to take. Flew right out. Pain. Heartbreak, betrayal, loneliness, removal, absence, division, depression, separation. My goodness, alienation, conflict, being disillusioned. That is some energy. Okay, so we've got a sloppy product or bad sloppy workmanship, or bad product, or a product that's just not cutting it. You got the energy in the center calling the shots. Somebody that you can't like knock on the office door. Somebody that's actually distanced himself from the team. And you've got the Ace of Wands in the reverse, which is probably canceling of the plans. You got like halfway through what do they call that? The season. And you got it all on tape. I mean, half the season is done. And all of a sudden, the guy upstairs shuts the whole thing down because the product isn't any good. Or the management for the production company has basically shut the production down because somebody says, no, I'm not putting my money into this. This is not even going to go over well. You only got half of it on tape. And everybody goes home. And we have alienation, betrayal. This is the energy that you're getting from this situation being shut down. It doesn't have to be a production company. It could be a product. I mean, everything is like made in Taiwan or something, right? We just like started World War III with China. Was people in America should start considering putting made in America on a few of these products that we actually buy at the store. But you know, it's not easy to open a company. It's not easy to make a product. You've got so many things that you've got to learn about putting a product together, about being able to manufacture something. We just have not been in the habit of doing that in our country. And then we've had the last couple of months with the weather. Oh my God, the investments that are made and the time and the energy that are put into employing people in this country, opening a factory and putting a product that says made in the USA. It might be a good idea considering that we're going to be at war with China and considering that everything else is going on. But it's not exactly something that one individual can do by themselves. That does require teamwork. And normally, the person doing the financing would be the one that you cannot knock on that person's door. You really got to have a good product. You can't have a sloppy design. You can't have an uneducated, unskilled person putting together something that's going to grab any interest of somebody who's giving the financing. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. So something was canceled, and now we are brokenhearted. Let's see about the Father of the Wands. I just threw a few cards on the floor. I couldn't take them. Oops. There we go. Boom, right there. Father of Wands. 11, if it applies to anything, by the way, hey, put that on your lottery card. Justice. Karmic justice. The consequences. The legal disputes. Law, truth, honesty, integrity. Life lessons. Okay. Integrity. That one sticks out. Okay. You got a sloppy product, or you've got a team of people that are really putting out an embarrassing effort as far as a team. Something's wrong. You got somebody in the middle. We can't knock on his door because you know what? He's me. That's somebody doing the financing or somebody who's calling the shots. And we've got something that was canceled. Okay. There is a karmic justice in the decision making. And it's definitely going to be a life lesson for somebody here. That this was shut down and this was canceled. You know what? Sometimes your first attempt to do something that's never been done by you doesn't come out the way you want it to. There's some truth in that. But you know what? You might have legal disputes. You might have problems with integrity. They're out to make the buck. They're trying to make the product as cheaply as they can. They figured out a way to do it. They put their idea in front of that financer. And the financer's looking at that cheaply made product going, will that actually make enough of a profit to be worthwhile for my time, effort, and investment? There's a little bit of karmic justice. You're making that product as cheap as you can, and it really is not very impressive. It was an idea that a number of people have had. You've got the idea, you've got the product sitting there. It's embarrassing to even be standing next to that product. You know what? People won't spend their money on that product. The economy's bad. Why would the investor put their money behind something they can't get their money back? Okay. Sloppy workmanship. It's been shut down. There are legal disputes maybe about this, okay? But I don't see legal disputes as much as I see integrity. There's integrity involved here. The stamp made in the USA on something that's garbage because you want to make it as cheaply as possible, and then you're asking somebody to finance it, and they're going, I won't make my money back on that. That's garbage. A little bit of integrity, I think. Integrity, that's what we're looking for. Okay. With the Ace of Wands being shut down here, what happened with that? We got the Hermit. Okay, isolation, withdrawing. Okay. I don't think paralyzed with fear would be something on this one, but it is definitely isolation. You're pulling back your energy. I think the financer is pulling back their energy. To be honest with you, why wouldn't he? You've got a garbage product that requires a certain amount of investment and teamwork to produce before your money comes back. And that's been shut down. So somebody has withdrawn. The energy of the financer, the energy of the boss, who doesn't want to be associated with this effort in any way, shape, or form. An embarrassment, maybe. The product is that bad? Is it that bad? Is the product so bad that you're embarrassed to actually be associated with it? It was definitely bad workmanship. It was a good idea to try to make a profit. Okay. But to put no money in putting the product together, making it as cheap as possible, as worthless as possible, that might have not been a good idea. Somebody's got integrity about this situation, this energy. Somebody has integrity here. They've withdrawn. This has to do with the energy of shutting it down, shutting it down, shutting it down. Okay? And walking away and isolating themselves. We're not talking about like you're isolating because you've done something wrong. But isolating because you just don't want to have anything to do with it. Okay? This is the energy that I'm seeing right here. Now with the Citadel. Let's see. I love the Citadel. Let's see what the Citadel has today. With the Three of Pentacles over here, okay? A heartbreak, you know. The shoddy workmanship. Let's ask about the shoddy workmanship. Spirit, guide me. Let's ask about the shoddy workmanship. What is that about? Is that like the teamwork of some kind of movie production show? It was really popular. Entertainment's a big thing. Or is it a product? What are we looking at here? The twins. Self-protection and dual natures. I don't know what that has to do with the shoddy workmanship. It might have something to do with the teamwork part, but let's look at what the twins have to say. What was the twins? Sometimes the cards that I pull actually confuse me. It does eventually lead to something. You look really, really close. 144, if that resonates with anybody, put it on your lottery card. $144. The twins. A quiet courtyard, the soft murmur of a nearby tea shop, the call of songbirds, and a blazing argument, shattering the peace. The twins were born at the same time, but they couldn't be more different. The first is a dreamer, charming and surrounded by friends. The other more worldly, but dogged by life's injustices and feelings of inadequacy. Each twin feels the pressure to measure up to their sibling. But that pressure is entirely internal. Neither is judging the other, only themselves. This card relates to a specific relationship in your life. You and the other person are bound together, but past traumas are blocking their ability to make this a harmonious relationship. Be kind. Take time to reassess your behavior. Are you really being fair to the other person? How are you continuing old habits? How are you continuing old habits? Or resentments? There is a kindness in acknowledging that we're all human. Well, I can see the we're all human part. Okay, we're talking sloppy workmanship, right? We're talking with the original card. Sloppy workmanship or a team player that's just not working out. And I didn't add that part earlier. But when you're talking about the twins' energy, duality, dual-natured, the yin and the yang, okay? I'm not quite sure where that energy fits in to, like, a product. It might fit into the team player thing. Putting together anything does take teamwork. Okay? We're talking about two people, yin and yang, exact opposites that are supposed to fit together, that are supposed to work together. I do know one thing about twin flames. If one twin flame is not working in partnership with the other twin flame, then there won't be a lot of success. And from when I see this card here and this here, there wasn't a lot of success because they're not working together. There's sloppy workmanship. There's something that's not being done the right way. Okay? There's been a severing or a separation of the two main people that are supposed to be working together. Synchronicity. And this made an inferior product, sloppy workmanship, an unsafe or negative work environment. It had an impact on the success. Alright, Father of Wands. Oops. Whoa, that came out. The Poet. In reverse. Relationships and being vulnerable. I like the poet. I like the poet. I really, really do. I like the poet. I like the poet. 42. Put it on my lotto card. My lotto card gives you that big giant winning payout. I want to hear from you. Okay, 42 if it resonates. The Poet. In reverse. This is an isolated poet. A poet who has been so careful to protect their hearts that no one knows who they truly are. But vulnerability isn't something to be afraid of, rather a sign of being alive and of having things that are important enough to risk losing. Rather than letting yourself feel distanced and socially unsupported, it's time to reach out or try to meet new people. Now, we did see some pulling back, the Hermit energy, with the Father of Wands being in the center, the person calling the shots. You've got an inferior product. You've got teamwork here that's just not anything but sloppy. And you've got the person calling the shots, pulling their energy back and becoming a complete hermit. And it does say making new friends. So maybe the energy of the person calling the shot, which is a fire energy, by the way. Because you might be dealing with a fire sign. Okay. They're calling the shots, and you've already, respectable, and you've reached a certain level of success. You're going to put this past thing behind you. You're going to go out and you make new friends. That's basically what it says, make new friends, right? Rather than being distant and hermiting yourself, you can get over it. I'm not saying that you're going to go back and fix something that's broken. That would be a waste of time. You've already made a huge investment in this, okay? Call it out. You shut that down. But making new friends, meeting new people, don't be distant. Try to come out of this energy. This is dealing with a fire sign. This has to do with your potential. The person calling the shots. This has to do with your potential. One failure has absolutely nothing to do with your potential. You're working at teamwork, sloppy workmanship, an inferior product, a mistake that somebody made. You know what? We are human. People are human. They do make mistakes. Depending on how they look at certain situations, not everybody is always right. There are some situations that you just can't recover from. But what this here says is protecting your heart is one thing. Okay, personal experience, okay? You got lesson after lesson after lesson and they're all teaching you the same thing. You'd have to be an idiot not to pay attention to the message in that lesson. You'd have to be an idiot not to take note of that lesson that you've had over and over and over and over and over again. But that doesn't mean that you have to hermit yourself. That doesn't mean that you have to stop reaching out, getting to know people, trying something that you've done before with different people. Maybe you'll have more success. The thing about learning lessons, and I know this for a fact, is that sometimes we do need to go back into the past. We need to see what the lesson was that we learned and why or how we got there. And if there's anything that resonates at all when you run into a situation that is the same identical thing, you politely step backwards. And you say, no, I've already had that lesson. Thank you very much. I think that I might think about this for a while. I do appreciate that offer. You close your door and you do not answer your phone. And the lesson has been learned. God has a way of putting those lessons in front of us when we're younger. So when we get older, they call that what? Maturity? Okay. So You've gotten a little bit on the mature side. Not that anybody wants to listen to an old man who's not successful, okay, or who doesn't even know what's going on, because you know what? They live in a world that's so not happening anymore. Okay. And you're not even going to listen to that old man's advice, because you know what? He doesn't know what he's talking about. How can he possibly know what he's talking about? That's just too sad. What a waste. Ace of Wands. We got the Shepherd. You have a celebration. Maybe with family. Let's find the Shepherd. We have a celebration. And you know what? Family doesn't necessarily mean blood relatives. I'm learning a lot about that lately. Okay. Does the family or the celebration, it could be the people that you have made into your primary family. It is unfortunate when you did that other people got left out or felt left out. But those were your choices. And we're dealing now with only the people that you are referring to as your family. Does not have to be blood related. It's always good to associate with people that you've got things in common with. You don't have to put the people that you don't have things in common with down. Okay, 108 is the Shepherd. Put that on my lottery card. I was making a regular comment on that one. Put that on my lottery card. The Shepherd. And this is in the upright. On a gentle grassy rise just beyond the citadel, white-spotted goats bleat and graze. The sun bathes the hills in the warmth. Heavy-handed dandelions nod lazily, and all is peaceful. From under a shady tree the Shepherd watches their flock, the bell at the end of their crook ringing over the slopes. It is a simple life, but the Shepherd knows how to celebrate the pleasures of loving and loving well. A is a leader and a parental figure. They ensure that their flock doesn't go astray no matter the weather or the direction. It's time for you to look at your own relationships, family or otherwise. Reach out to them just as the Shepherd guides their flock. Don't be afraid to take the leading hand where it's needed. Someone needs to step up, and right now that's you. Okay. I've had that one before, actually, to tell you the truth. Reading that just reminded me of. You're talking about family, you're talking about relationships, you're talking about guidance, you're talking about reaching out, stepping up to the plate, nurturing, watching over your flock. Guess what? There are billions of people in the world. First of all, you have to know who you are. You have to know where you belong and what exactly is your flock. There are plenty of people watching over flocks that don't even belong to them. It's called invasion of privacy. Okay. Watching over your flock is all fine and dandy. Also, does not mean that you have to foot the bill out of your own pocket for people that have run off to do their own thing. You can watch over your flock from a distance with good advice once in a while, a healthy conversation. You know what? It's really, really nice, if it has to do with family, to know that you can gather around a table once or twice a year. That is what a family's all about. But sometimes we live too far away from each other. And sometimes we have to do it in other ways. But you can still reach out. You can still communicate with. There are situations with people that don't want to communicate with you. Let it go. Find the friendships, find the family and the relationships with people that have things in common with you, people that accept you, people that are actually helping you on an emotional level. Okay? I had that before, and see, the thing about it is, people don't understand. I had somebody mention all that help they gave me. First, I didn't ask for it. Second, it was more like an invasion of privacy. Third, I had a total fallout and didn't understand what I did wrong when suddenly all of that help was retracted without any warning. People are very weird. Okay? You're talking about family, you're talking about people that just, they don't get weird on you. They accept you and love you for who you are. They normally have something in common with you, which is why you can communicate with them about subjects that are interested, or, various subjects that both or all have in common. That does not mean that you're going to be moving in with them or they're going to be moving in with you. Okay, everybody has their own personal space. Everybody is being dealt their own individual situations and issues. It is nice once in a while when you're able to help somebody. On the other hand, some of us aren't in the position to drag down another person who's being successful, to criticize somebody who's being successful because they're not sharing with you. Oh my God. How about the rune? Ooh. So Wolo. The sun and success. Time. It is the help of travelers and sailors, the symbol of life force and feminine nature. Travelers. There is a lot of traveling going on. A lot of highways, a lot of traveling. You've got natural disasters. People are traveling to aid people that have just had everything destroyed. You've got people that travel for vacations. You've got people astral travel, if you're able to do that. Traveling mentally. Oh, you can do that by picking up the phone. Somebody's 5 states away, and you miss them. A phone call works. That's traveling, mentally. Okay. The sun being the success, the celebration, and the family that you surround yourself with. The endeavors or the projects or the things that you're interested in, the level of what you're educated about. Okay. This is the person calling the shots, making choices to align themselves with a fresh group of people. Maybe family. Maybe just people that have things in common. This is the sun being successful. One failure isn't going to be the end of the world. Okay, this has been a very long day. I didn't know if I was going to do this read. I do appreciate anybody who's come to visit Timeless Energy today. I will be breaking this down. I do invite you to look at any of the Timeless Energy reads that I have already made. You will see my edits floating around if they circulate the way they're supposed to. You're all welcome to come back. There is in the description box a couple of links you can donate if you want to. By all means, if you have not become a subscriber, please press that subscribe button now. And if you haven't done it yet or you forgot, press that like button. I will be back again with another Timeless Energy as soon as I can, and I do appreciate the time and energy that you have put into sharing this time with me.